Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey Sharing Network, dedicated to saving lives through organ and tissue donation, Investors Bank, Caldwell University, Johnson & Johnson, New Jersey Natural Gas, proud to support education in our communities, and by Kessler Foundation, changing the lives of people with disabilities.
This is One-on-One.
When you first heard that they were doing Charlie Rose and Gayle King, didn't you go, what?
People like laughing at others, so I don't mind if the other is me.
See, you go right into the character. That's what it is.
I'm bringing families together a half an hour each week. Man, I'm doing something special.
And so I do feel successful.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We all appreciate what these words mean, but for the people gathered here today at Liberty State Park, these words mean triumph over cancer and celebration of life. Welcome to One-on-One, I'm Joanna Gagis. Come with me as I take you inside a terrific event that brings together cancer survivors, their friends and family, and cancer organizations that are sharing information and providing support. I'm here with Bob Garrett, President and CEO of Hackensack University Health Network. Bob, we're here once again at Liberty State Park. How would you describe the goal of today's event?
It's an amazing event. It's one of my favorite events that I go to because, we have 3,500 cancer survivors here. And this represents everything that Hackensack is all about. It represents courage, it represents spirit, perseverance, teamwork, and it's just a fantastic event where cancer survivors can get together and really give each other support, but also they bond with their caregivers. So it's a great event for them to really see their caregivers outside of the cancer center, but give them a extra special hug and thank them. It's a great event.
As a CEO, I imagine that your days are not spent mingling with patients every day. You're here on a Sunday, taking time out to meet, to greet, to get to know the people who your organization touches and impacts in such an impactful way, such a meaningful way. What does this do for you personally?
Well, personally, I have to tell you that it's important for me to stay in touch with our mission. Our mission is to provide the best quality care and compassionate care. And what better way to do that for me than to connect with the people that come to our center every day. And I got to tell you, my heart goes out for them. They are wonderful. The spirit this morning is just amazing. And everybody I meet is just so appreciative of the care. But most important, they're so courageous. And I can't even imagine going through that kind of a treatment, but the way that they carry themselves and the way that they have such a positive outlook about life, boy, I tell you what, it gives me more of a positive outlook about life. It puts in perspective. If I have a tough day, I'm not having anywhere near as tough a day as they do.
Right now we're surrounded by several organizations who have come to share information. This is just one more way that you are supporting the patients outside of the clinical support that you give. What does this do for your patients? What do you hope they walk away from today's event with?
I hope they really feel good, number one, about themselves, that they were able to overcome something in their life that was certainly adverse and that they're able to share their experiences with one another. I also hope that they feel that Hackensack is a place of healing. It's a family. So it's not just about the treatment at the center. It's about really experiencing what I think Hackensack's all about, and that is that family atmosphere. And I hope they come away really feeling like they're part of that Hackensack family.
I'm here with Neil Calabrese, who is a 17-year-old pediatric cancer survivor. Neil, when were you diagnosed? Tell us the story.
When I was 3.5, I was diagnosed with acute lymphocytic leukemia. Dr. Harris was my doctor. He actually found the cure. I remember being sick all the time. I remember really the care everyone took of me, my family, my friends, the hospital especially. They really took extra special care of me to make sure I was happy and okay and that everything worked out.
Tell us about your role in today's Celebrating Life and Liberty event.
Today I was asked to make a speech about my experiences with cancer and how really the Cancer Center and everything helped me out and get through really the hardest thing we've done in life.
To be here with so many other survivors and to have your family here with you, what does that mean for you?
It's just really special. I know somebody came up to me and said that they were battling cancer right now and that I was like an inspiration to them. And that really affected me, just to see how a survivor can impact somebody who's battling and how it gives them hope and really it's all about hope, because that's what gets you through everything.
This is Susan Sugarman. She's here with Longevity. Tell us about Longevity and what you're hoping to accomplish here today.
Well, Longevity Foundation is committed to finding early detection of lung cancer. Many people don't know that lung cancer is the #1 cancer. There's more cases of lung cancer than breast cancer, colon cancer, and prostate cancer combined. There is no early detection screening. Most people find out because of something else that's happening in their lives, and it's picked up on an X-ray or a CAT scan or an MRI.
Tell me about some of the people who you've interacted with today, and have you had a chance to share your message?
Yeah, we met a lot of people today who are either have lung cancer and are survivors and are living each day with hope, and we are very hopeful that the future will be bright for them and they'll be able to live longer and well. But we also want to reach people that don't know about us and let them know that we're a resource for them and that we're here to help, and especially people facing lung cancer. We really want them to know that they're not alone.
I'm here with Sharon Lee Parker, who is the Director of the Patient Experience at Hackensack University Medical Center. Talk about today's event and why being here at Liberty State Park is so significant.
It's really monumental for us because this is the 6th year that we are having this wonderful celebration. It makes a patient feel that they are special. It's our way of saying thank you for trusting us with your care. And it's a day for them to see others who have gone through a sometimes very rough cancer diagnosis and come out winners, or at least working to bring themselves to their optimum potential.
Sharon, when we talk about the cancer experience and a cancer diagnosis, how important is it to treat the patient on the emotional side and not just the physical side?
I love that you asked me that question, because that's where I hope my expertise comes in, with personal experience, of course, for myself.
You are a cancer survivor.
I'm a cancer winner.
Cancer winner.
I am a cancer survivor. And we really feel when you're the caregiver or you are the patient, you need that jolt of positivity, that feeling that you can beat this. At least give each patient a chance to say, I'm going to do everything humanly possible to bring myself to the highest level. And that's what the experts at Hackensack at the John Thurber Cancer Center do so well. We're really a culture of bringing every patient to the highest level possible.
What to you does it mean to be director of the patient experience? What does that patient experience mean?
Well, for me, the experience is the human side of cancer, of course, because there's the clinical side and then the human side. Do you turn that frown into a smile? Do you turn negativity into positivity? I do that every day. And it's an honor to be the director of patient experience. It's a relatively new field. But now that hospitals are aware that what the patient feels and thinks about your cancer center is of paramount importance, they are now looking for, quote, experts in the field of hospitality, communications, speech, and speech therapy sometimes, and certainly aging, because cancer kind of ages you, but you can beat it. And we have ways to help patients look and feel their best.
So what does that optimum attitude, outlook do for the patient and their success?
I think that when you're smiling instead of frowning, when you're having a good day every day, even going through treatment, when you're thinking in your brain, I can beat this, get a grip, I can kill this with every fiber of my being, you feel empowered. So when a patient can feel a part of the healing team, as I like to say, then you know that you're empowered to bring yourself back up, positive instead of negative, up instead of down.
I'm here with Patricia Arroyo, who's a member of the organization Tennis for Life. Patricia, tell us a little bit about Tennis for Life.
Tennis for Life is a breast cancer survivor group, and welcomes men and women because men are also affected by that disease.
What's the connection with tennis and breast cancer?
The person who started this group was a tennis player, and unfortunately she passed away, but this is her legacy.
You had breast cancer. How did you get connected with Tennis for Life, and how has it impacted your life?
Oh, Well, it was by chance. I was just reading one of those community papers, and I saw a little sign there and a contact phone number, so I called and joined the group. They welcomed me. I shared my story, which I'm sure that it helped other women, because this disease presents in different ways, different symptoms. And sometimes we tend to ignore, thinking that it's just stress or something that is not as serious as what we get. And then when we receive the news, it's really shocking. I met beautiful women in this group. We share this disease. I got new friends, and which I call friends for life.
I'm here with Jimmy Valley, who's the leader of the Jimmy Valley Band, performing all day today. You're performing for a group of people who are celebrating their life. How does that impact you and your band and your performance today?
We feel great to be here today, first of all. It's a lovely day. My mom happens to be a survivor, so I'm thrilled to be here. And just to see so many people here is really great.
Now, how did you connect with Hackensack? What's your involvement here?
We've done a few events together, and when they asked me to be involved with this particular one, I said, yeah, sign me up.
Tell us a little bit about the Jimmy Valley Band and what you're going to be performing here today for this very eclectic group of people.
We have a large demographic, obviously, so we'll be playing music that's going to cater to a lot of different age groups. People in their lighter years to people who are just listening to the radio today.
Just going to have a little fun today?
Yeah, we're going to have some fun.
But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. I said that's life.
I'm here with Don Ferrero, who just performed That's Life here at Celebrating Life and Liberty. Don, is it true that you are a stage 4 cancer survivor?
Stage 4 tongue cancer. I had on tongue, I had chemotherapy, radiation. They were going to perform surgery, but the medication worked so well, I didn't need to have surgery. And that's why I'm still able to talk and sing, thank God,
Don, had you always been a performer?
Well, I sang when I was 19 or 20, and then I gave it up, went in the Army and all that stuff. Came out, I liked Detroit sound, but I realized that Sinatra's songs were what I really loved because they told stories. And his music, his songs are like poetry put to music. They have a beginning, a middle, they have a basis to what it's all about. And that's what I liked about his stuff, So that's why I only do his stuff,
What did it mean to you when you were given the diagnosis and you knew that it could have an impact on your ability to sing and your ability to perform?
Well, my doctor was Dr. Alter, and I asked him, I said, am I still going to be able to sing? He said, aren't you going to ask me if you're going to live first? And I said, well, if I can't sing, what's the point? But yeah, I gave up smoking after 42 years.
And being here today singing for this group of cancer survivors?
I love it because these people are such fighters and tough people, and I love that. I've seen some cases that didn't go so well, and I give all these people so much credit, I really do. I said that's life, and it's funny as it may seem. Some people get their kicks stopping on a dream, but I don't let it get me down, 'cause this my old world, it keeps spinning around.
Celebrating life and liberty, celebrating your success, celebrating the fact that we work as a team together.
I'm here with Dr. Andre Gua, who is the chairman and director of the John Theurer Cancer Center at Hackensack University Medical Center. Once again, we're here at Celebrating Life and Liberty. It is a beautiful day again. Why do you encourage your patients to come out for this day and celebrate together?
It's almost like I don't have to encourage them, actually. They really want to come here. We started this event 6 years ago with 700 patients. Last year we had more than 4,000 patients. So the fact that patients come here, obviously spontaneously, have a great time together, creates a community where they support each other. It creates a community that they're all on the same boat and want to move forward, and that's why they're coming.
What does that do for them and their outcomes in their cancer diagnosis?
Well, this event that we have, as you said, annual event, is the ultimate celebration of their victory and what they do, and celebrate the patient as part of the team. Because I believe strongly that if patients understand better, if you spend time to bond with your patient, if you spend time to pay attention to the human factor of things, they're going to do better. See the future and go through the process in an easier way, which helps them go further.
So you're treating the emotional side and not just the physical side.
It is essential, the human factor of things. I always tell the guys and the doctors in the cancer center that the bedside manner is an important thing to have. And our cancer center program has a strong focus on this. The building is very patient-friendly, doesn't feel like a cancer center. We have organic garden, cooking classes, exercise, yoga class, art classes, giving patients an opportunity to be proactive. And what you do when you do that, you give them the subliminal signal that you believe in their future. And I think that's essential.
We're here at Liberty State Park. What is the significance of the location for you and for this event?
Well, I think it's perfect. The Statue of Liberty. I thought it was a perfect sense of freedom. There's more than 12 million survivors in the U.S., cancer survivors in the U.S., which is the same number of people that came to Ellis Island as immigrants. This is a perfect location. It's New York, it's universal, and it creates this sense of camaraderie, of community that is, people talk about the event all year round. What are you going to have this year and what are you going to do? And you can feel that during the year that people are expecting this event, sort of the ultimate of the year. And then patients want to get more involved, and then it's all positive.
I'm here with Lloyd Sam and Luis Robles, who are, I'm sure, very recognizable faces, names of the Red Bull soccer team for all of you who are huge fans here in New Jersey. What brings you guys here to this event today, Lloyd?
I mean, we're here for a great cause, just to come and support. It's a great setup they've got here. All the kids are having fun, and I'm enjoying it, actually.
Hackensack is a huge supporter of our club. And as we're here signing autographs for cancer survivors, we're just glad that we're able to be a part of their day.
For you guys, you know, soccer is all of a sudden on the radar in a way that I don't think it was a couple years ago. It's exciting for you. How do you find that with that exposure comes some responsibility?
I mean, we got to do what we can. As you're saying, the game's on the rise, especially after the World Cup and everything. And we just have to help out any way we can. And as I said, the kids love it too. So whenever it's for the kids and the survivors, we're always up for it.
Anytime you have the sort of platform that professional sports brings, it's more than just winning championships. But we understand when it comes to social responsibility that we're part of the community and that we're not just internally focused about the game. We want to be out there, and I think this is an opportunity not only for us to create that sort of exposure for the club, but let people know that we're also there for them. Whether it's through Hackensack, whether it's through this fine organization, we know that it's just a game. But by using this game, we have a platform to reach people, and that's what we're here for.
I'm here with Matt Cruz and Kayla Cruz, here with Alex's Lemonade Stand. How did you get involved in Alex's Lemonade Stand, Matt?
We got involved a couple years ago with a symposium that they had in Philadelphia, and basically giving us some resources regarding Kayla and what to do after cancer.
Kayla was diagnosed with cancer. At what age?
Age 5.
And what was she diagnosed with?
Osteosarcoma, bone cancer.
Was it really hard watching her go through this and not knowing where to turn for answers or information? Did you find that was a struggle for you?
Yes, I did. I mean, you're devastated. You don't know where to turn to. But with the hospital, with the Embrace Kids Foundation and Alex's Lemonade Stand and everybody involved, they helped provide the resources, and we didn't feel alone. What we're trying to do today is to get funding and spread awareness.
What is your message to other little kids who are going through the same thing that you went through and are having a hard time with it? What do you say to those kids?
If you fall down, get back up, keep trying and believe in yourself. That's my motto.
That's your motto. Is that how you live your life?
Yes.
What's your message to parents who are going through what you went through?
My message is to keep trying. You have to be an advocate for your child. If you don't feel right, get a second opinion. And always ask questions, always, for your child, because that's the most important thing.
I'm here with Dr. Andrew Pecora, who's the Vice President of Cancer Services at the John Theurer Cancer Center. Dr. Pecora, how would you describe the mission of the John Theurer Cancer Center?
We are dedicated to caring not for the disease our patients have, but for our patients. Our focus, our dedication is to the individual with the disease that they have, and our goal always is to try to cure it.
How does that impact outcomes?
Well, a person needs to be of the mind that they're being cared for and cared about. And it's both of those. And the cared for is the sort of easy part, if you will, but the cared about is difficult to do, but I think we do that exceptionally well.
How do you literally tap into that part of yourself that says, I see this person as a person and not just a patient?
It's the entire focus from the organization. Every person that works at the John Theurer Cancer Center is told that you are here and you will only stay here if you demonstrate your ability to be empathetic and caring to the human being that just walked in that door, that's afraid, that's uncertain, and that has been sort of taken from their normal life with this disease we call cancer. And we weed out people that don't care about people, and that's how we've done it.
What is on the cutting edge right now of cancer research, of cancer treatment?
Well, it's no one thing. I mean, there's immuno-oncology is red hot right now. We've been able to figure out how to harness the human immune system to treat and now cure cancer. Targeted molecular therapy. We are down at the level of the DNA, knowing what went wrong and now able to fix it in certain circumstances.
What does it mean to you to be out here and see the impact that you've had?
Well, today it's a celebration. It's a celebration of life and liberty, and that's what it is. You know, it's a celebration of life. You're here, you're alive, you're enjoying this beautiful day, but it's liberty. Liberty from this terrible disease that basically steals your life from you. Our job is to give it back to patients.
I'm here with Jill Jackson, who is a proud cancer survivor and holding a creation that she's made. Jill, tell us about the genesis of this pillow right here.
First of all, I am very grateful, and I am a leukemia and bone marrow transplant survivor from the John Theurer Cancer Center, and they saved my life, and thanks to Dr. Andrew Pecora. This is a pillow that I've created to represent the John Theurer Cancer Center, all hypoallergenic materials, something that can represent them.
So you intend to sell these, and the funds go where?
The funds will go back to the John Theurer Cancer Center.
Tell us a little bit about your story and what you experienced and what brought you here to this event today.
What brought me here today is Miss Sharon Lee Parker. I love her. She's a good friend, and this is a home for me. I'm such a proud cancer survivor, and it was such a long journey, and I have such gratitude, and this is my family. This is second family for me.
I'm here with Katul Patel, who is the Chief Strategy and Operations Officer for the Hackensack University Health Network. Katul, how would you describe the goal of today's Celebrating Life and Liberty event?
So, I think first we have to talk a little bit about Hackensack University Health Network. We've actually, when you look at the last few years and the John Theurer Cancer Center, we have actually exploded in terms of our growth with our patients throughout the entire New Jersey network and also in New York City. This for us is a signature event because for us, we want to recognize some of the great things that our patients have accomplished through their lives. Cancer, as you know, is a very, very family-oriented, very distinct disease that we've spent a lot of time doing a lot of research with tremendous specialists curing. And we have a tremendous amount of patients that want to have a very, very close reliance and affiliation with our physicians. And this is really a day to celebrate them and their successes.
Well, why is it important that the Hackensack University Health Network support the patients not just in the hospital setting, but outside? And as you said, it's the family. It's a family affair.
Cancer, again, when you have cancer, it's such a relationship developing type of disease where you spend so much time with your physicians, your caregivers, your nurse practitioners, your nursing staff, etc. And they demonstrate a very significant loyalty to all of those providers when they do that. And for us, we maintain that relationship through their entire lives because you just never know when the patient might need their providers again. So it's an opportunity for us to connect with them outside of the hospital setting as well.
So you're building those relationships.
Absolutely, and as you can see, the amount of people that come here, they're very passionate about it, and they recognize some of those caregivers. You see so many people here hugging their physicians, really just spending time with a lot of them as well. So this is wonderful for them.
As you can see, we have over 3,500 people gathered here celebrating life, celebrating their success, their triumph over cancer.
Cancer is something that crept into me, but I can lick it. You just wait and see. I wish I didn't have it. It's never the best. Often I'm tired and just have no zest. I got cancer, don't like it one bit. Sometimes I cry out, well, why was I hit? I tried to be good, to be honest and true. I gave of myself, it's the right thing to do. I live by the good book where sharing is best. Took care of my family and passed every test. And yet I got it, I'll never know why, but I'm gonna beat this pal right in the eye. I bike and I sing, I bike and I sing, I bike and I sing, I do everything right. I follow the program as hard as I might. You can and you will, I say to myself. Now let's put this cancer back up on the shelf. Each day when I wake up, I know what to say. Goodbye to your cancer. Now be on your way. Thank you. Yay! You betcha.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence, and NJTV. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, New Jersey Sharing Network, Investors Bank, Caldwell University, Johnson & Johnson, New Jersey Natural Gas, and by Kessler Foundation. Promotional support provided by the Star Ledger, powering NJ.com, and by Commerce Magazine.
I started feeling this pressure in my chest.
The doctors and the nurses that were attending to me, that they were of such excellence.
They were wonderful. You know, they put my mind at ease.
I owe my life to them. I don't think I really would be here if it wasn't for them.
Because of the way they handled everything, I think that's really why I'm here.
I felt that I was in good hands.